Hello and welcome to KLM Institute.
Today's big story is about a major escalation in the trade war between the United States and China, two of the world's biggest economies. This new development could affect prices, global markets, and international relations in a big way. U.S. President Donald Trump has just announced a massive 125% tariff on Chinese products. This came just hours after China raised its own tariffs on American goods to 84%. The back and forth between these economic giants is heating up, and neither side seems ready to back down. It all started when Trump increased tariffs on Chinese goods to 104% last week. In response, China hit back with a similar 84% tariff on U.S. products. Then, Trump pushed even harder, raising it again to a shocking 125%. However, he decided to pause tariffs on most other countries for 90 days. This ongoing trade war is starting to impact businesses and consumers around the world. Europe and Canada have also announced new tariffs on American goods. Meanwhile, China is not only raising tariffs but also placing business restrictions on 11 American companies, especially those working with the U.S. military. China's Ministry of Commerce says it's ready to fight to the end and is preparing more countermeasures. It even plans to challenge the U.S. tariffs at the World Trade Organization. Economically, this could be a risky game. The U.S. sent $199 billion worth of exports to China last year, while importing a massive $463 billion from China. This makes China one of America's top trading partners, though it has recently lost ground to Mexico and Canada. Many European companies that export products from China to the U.S. are now concerned. They say these high tariffs will make it more expensive to do business and could raise prices for everyday consumers. Former U.S. trade officials say negotiations between China and the U.S. are almost at a standstill. China says it's not interested in talking unless the U.S. shows more respect and fairness. Chinese officials are asking for dialogue based on equality and mutual benefit. Tensions have even spread beyond trade. China has issued a travel advisory, warning its citizens to think twice before visiting the United States. The advisory points to strained relations and safety concerns in America. President Trump has now raised tariffs 5 times since taking office. It started with smaller 10% increases, but after a few rounds of tit-for-tat moves with China, the numbers skyrocketed. Trump introduced a 34% hike on what he called Liberation Day, and later added another 50%, bringing the total to 104% before today's latest jump to 125%. China has also responded strongly by blacklisting American companies it sees as unreliable, and accusing the U.S. of breaking promises from earlier trade agreements. One example is the recent U.S. law threatening to ban TikTok unless it's sold to American owners. China says this goes against a promise not to pressure companies into giving up their technology. Even as talks remain frozen, the two countries are feeling the pressure. China's economy has been slow, and the U.S. faces inflation and other financial risks. Experts warn that these rising tariffs might hurt both sides more than they help. The trade battle between the U.S. and China is not just about numbers, it's about politics, power, and global influence. The coming days will be crucial to see whether this fight escalates further or if there's a chance for peace and cooperation. Stay tuned with KLM Institute for more updates on global affairs that matter to you. Thank you for watching.